welcome to the W Hotel in Sydney, Australia. This is the newest W Hotel in the world. It just opened last October in 2023. It's also the largest W Hotel in the world with 588 guest rooms. It's my personal 13th W Hotel. I'm so excited to review it and let you know if it's the best hotel to stay at if you're coming to Sydney, Australia. Let's check it out. And we have arrived. Here we are at the incredible W Sydney. I just had to show you this entrance at nighttime because it's one of the coolest arrival entrances. Because there's so many rooms, they have a very nice big space here. You can either choose to walk up the blue tunnel, or you can come this way here and go up either the elevator or escalator. So you have three options. You have stairs, escalator, or elevator to take you up to reception. We have some nice seating areas over here, but I have to say you're definitely going to want to choose the escalator because this is one of the coolest escalator rides in the world. Definitely very Instagrammable pictures you can take, but it almost looks like a honeycomb here. It is all mirrors and it is insane. And then as we head up here, we're gonna go check in. They have a lot of check-in agents. Sometimes there can be a little bit of a wait, but just be patient. They will get to everyone. They are trying their best, as the hotel did open last October, but they just had their official grand opening about 2 weeks ago. So now here we are upstairs. I can't wait to show you the hotel and especially the rooms. Let's go. And these are some of the most incredible hallways I have been to. It's like a constellation in the ceiling. They are like stars coming down the hallway here on every level. Amazing. I love it when the hallways and each room has its own lighting fixture, which is just beautiful. Now we are at the corner room, the Wow Suite, and I'm already wowed. We're at the end of this hallway here. Room 2631, this is the highest floor that they have for the Wow Suites. They only have 4 of them on the whole property. The hotel has 588 rooms, so I'm so blessed to have one for at least one night. I did apply Suite Night Awards last night and tonight. It only got approved for tonight, so we just moved rooms. But you can see the architecture of this building, just how incredible it is. So at the end here, it kind of branches off into 2 almost like wings. You kind of have that side and this one here, but just, it's incredible how they built this. All right, now here we are heading in. Amazing cool keys here that say the W Sydney on them, and welcome to the Wow Suite. So right away when we come in, we have this amazing hallway, and you can have the amazing view as well. And then we have our first bathroom, which is actually right over here. Let me turn this light on. So we have our first little bathroom here with the sink and then one toilet. It's that same lighting design, so you do just have to press and hold the buttons and the lights will actually turn on and they'll get brighter, a little bit dimmer. So that's nice. I love all the blue tones, and the tiling goes all the way to the ceiling, which is top notch. Now these curtains are manual in the room. All the white curtains are manual, but the other shades, the blue ones, are automatic. So I'm very happy when luxury hotels have automatic shades. That's what I look for. So definitely points there. I love the beautiful carpeting, true floor to ceiling windows, incredible. You can see the other part of the hotel view. This is the one side of the hotel you'll have the view of, but the best view is going to be on the other side, and I want to now bring you into the incredible suite. And this truly is a wow suite because all I can say is wow. I don't even know where to start. They only have, like I mentioned, 4 of these rooms in the whole hotel, and this one's on the highest floor. We have a beautiful whole bar here with drinks and lots of seats. So I think it's kind of like a room if you're like a business person or you have a lot of friends and you want to have them over for drinks or kind of hang out. You can actually sit a lot of people up here. You've got 7 seats. You have a whole lounge area over there. And then down below here, you have all the cups. You literally have so many glasses. You can have drinks and whatever you want. And then we have some books. So nice little bookshelf here. They tend to only have these in really fancy hotels when they have these bookshelves. Now coming around, we have a little area in here with a sink and a toaster oven and a dishwasher. So I'm not quite sure I think it's just to wash the cups, but I don't know why there's a toaster in there. It's interesting. But anyway, here we are now heading into the suite area. And this couch right away stands out because it's this really cool orange color. It contrasts the blue very nicely, but this is wow. And this is the best view you can have in the whole hotel, is on this side of the building, which is of Darling Harbour. Beautiful floor to ceiling windows here as well. Looking out here, you can see the Crown Tower there, which is another luxury hotel in the city. It looks extremely nice as well, but it doesn't have that great reviews. This hotel also doesn't have that best of reviews. However, I think they're really trying. The service here, all the people we've met have tried really hard to make us happy, so they're definitely doing their best to have good service. But beautiful view. It's raining a little bit, so I think I'm just going to camp out in the suite all day, but just gorgeous. You have a huge sitting area. I love this unique piece here in the middle. You have some reading materials. You can just literally camp out in here, relax, and enjoy Sydney. But definitely one of the most incredible hotel rooms of my life. It retails for about $2,000 per night, so I'm so thankful that we did get it for at least one night here. Now down below here we have the wine coolers, and they actually have wine stocked in the rooms. This is all for purchase, so different wines already here that you can choose from. And then the other really unique thing is there's a little iPad here. This room actually has custom speakers in the whole thing. I don't think you can play your own music with Bluetooth. I think you just have a selection here. But you can select from all different kinds of genres, so we can hear it now. So definitely cool. I would love it if you could connect with Bluetooth and play your own music. I'll have to see if I can figure that out. But that's a really unique piece, as well as these lightings here. But it's nice, this room. We have the view on this side, we have the view on this side, and we have the view on that side. So we're kind of on the part that sticks out here, but we got the whole thing. We've got this whole part that sticks out, both sides and the front view. This is an amazing hotel in Sydney. I definitely wish it had views of the Opera House and the famous Bay Bridge. It does not, but nevertheless, it's still here with Darling Harbour views, which is still just fantastic to see the water from your beautiful suite. Now you can enter the bedroom either this way, or we'll actually go in this other way. But I also love the ceiling. It's not just a flat ceiling, it is indented with the different lighting. You also have the wood on this wall. So it's definitely much better walls here in the suite compared to just the standard rooms. Now here we are heading into the living area. It is separated by a sliding door. So if you want privacy in here versus in the main living area, you can have it. Here we are. It's a little bit different paneling in the back. It's actually like very soft compared to the standard rooms, where it's like that little like plastic wood things behind the back, which also look cool. But this is really amazing for a suite. We have the beautiful big king size bed, and the wall curves as well like the standard rooms. And then we have also the incredible views of Darling Harbour here, just kind of looking out. And then over here we have a bathtub. The room has two bathtubs, one here and then one in the bathroom, as well as the mini bar, which all the rooms have. It's just gorgeous. And the room's mini bar does have snacks for purchase, drinks. We have an espresso machine, and all the rooms, not just the suites, every room has an espresso machine. And then down below you have a whole fridge that also has drinks for purchase as well. So it's fully stocked mini bar with cups, also a hot water maker to make teas. But the lights over here in this room are also very different by the beds. They're like these little orby globe things on both sides. And then over there you have like a speaker, which is in the standard rooms as well. And then you have the phone here, and then you have those control panels, the touch pads. They're a little tricky to use. Stay tuned, because I'm going to show you a standard room as well, just right after this room, and the lighting, it's a little bit tricky to use. So that is an area of improvement. Now heading in, we have, going into the bathroom, we have like a little makeup mirror here with a Dyson wireless hair straightener, which is very fancy, only in the suites, I believe, the nicer suites. And then we do have the robes, same ones as the standard rooms. I don't really super approve of them. They are very thin and coarse, but they do say W Sydney on them. The slippers I do approve of because they are pretty soft. Ironing board, backdrop, and now here we are going into the bathroom. There is a mirror here, and then we have the safe and the bathroom. Here we go. So the bathroom here is basically the same size as the standard rooms. The only difference is we have two sinks. So the standard rooms just have one sink, suites have two sinks, but it's still just very the same size. The lighting is a little bit tricky, so keep in mind when you're staying here, a lot of times the mirror, when you first turn it on, it'll be very dim and you won't have a lot of light in here, but you actually have to press, and when you hold the button, they'll get dimmer or brighter. So as well as the lights in here, you just have to press and hold and they'll change and get dimmer or brighter. Now over here we have the shower. It is a rainfall shower, which is nice. We have the knobs, hot, cold to turn it on, as well as a handheld shower. And then the tub, it's the same size as the standard rooms. It looks really small in the photos, like a teacup, but here it actually is in person, it's bigger. You cannot put your legs straight though. You have to like keep them crossed because it still can be a little bit tight, but it's at least nice that the rooms do not only have a tub, but they also have a rainfall shower. Toilet is kind of right in the middle here, but overall very nice bathroom. I love that the floor to ceiling paneling of the blue, it goes all the way up. It's not just like stops halfway and it's like you're in the ocean. It's that deep blue color and that's kind of what they wanted. And then the tiling on the floor goes across the whole thing. The difference in the standard rooms is the tiling is blue at the bottom as well. This is like a fancier tiling, I guess, with this like marbling that they did. So that's a little bit of a different style than the basic rooms. I also love about the room, we have the big ottoman in front of the bed. That's what I look for a lot of luxury hotels. The standard rooms don't. These do. You have a big TV in this room. You also have a big TV on the other side of the wall. And then over here next to the tub, you do have a nice couch kind of seat. Now I wish the curtains don't go back any farther than this. I wish that they would go like that way, because like when you're in the tub, I guess you're kind of just staring at the curtain. You kind of have to look this way to kind of see the view. So that's an interesting setup, but at least in this tub, you can, I think, stretch your legs out straight. It's a longer tub, so that's nice that you do have that option for tub views. So overall, I'm very impressed. This is definitely one of the most incredible rooms. If you're staying here, definitely try to request or use a Suite Night Award to get one of the suites. They have 162 suites, I believe. They do have 588 rooms, so it is a very, very large hotel for a W. I prefer luxury hotels to have a lot less rooms. I think it should be capped at 200 because it is just hard to provide that high level of service when you have so many rooms. But this is definitely one of the coolest buildings I've ever seen in my life. It's so cool how it's designed. The interiors, the hallways, everything is just gorgeous. The standard rooms can be a bit small, but if you're staying here, I definitely recommend one of the suites. Even if it's not this suite, I highly recommend trying to book whether it's a Marvelous Suite or even Fantastic Suite directly, or applying Suite Night Awards if you're Platinum and higher. I think you would be very happy. But this hotel has so much to check out. We're going to check that out as well, but I also want to show you just what a standard room looks like, so you can just kind of have an idea of what that is as well. Let's check it out. All right, now here we are in a standard room. I'm going to show you, it's definitely a lot smaller than the Wow Suite, but these are the standard size rooms. They're about 36 to 40 square meters, so they're not that big at all. But this is a really unique feature. We have a glass mirror that slides, so it's like a barn door going into the bathroom. Now, the bathrooms here were designed to be ocean themed, like all the rooms, but it definitely is a lot smaller here, but it's all blue and it's like a very dark blue color. But I have to be honest, the lighting in the bathrooms is not that great. So a lot of the reviews, people were saying it was a little dim, it was kind of hard to get ready, and I agree. It's not super bright in here. I mean, they have 4 lights in the ceiling and they have this one, but it's very dim. They do have a little makeup mirror here, but there's no light on it. So I feel like they could have put like a brighter light there or made this adjustable, but it doesn't get any brighter than this. This is gonna be it. But we do have a rainfall shower, which is great. That's what I look for at luxury properties. It's very relaxing and cozy in here. It was designed to be like you're in the ocean, so that's why it's so blue. But I like that they have the rainfall. They also have the handheld. They do have a robe in here, and then they have another robe in the closet and the slippers. But the robes here, they do say W Sydney on the arm, which is a great feature. Now they're not super plush and soft like a lot of robes are, so I just give this one a medium score. It is very coarse and very thin, so they definitely could have maybe got one that was a little bit more like super plush and very soft, kind of like the W in Koh Samui. Those robes were incredible. Now this bathtub from the photos looked extremely small, but it actually is pretty big. So you actually can you can't like lay your legs straight, but you could like sit in here crisscross, but it actually is pretty big here. So it's not like, it looked almost like a teacup from the photos. So it actually is pretty good size here. So not that small. So it definitely is nice that all the rooms do have a rainfall shower and a little tub. So that's a great feature, because at a lot of properties, the standard rooms do not have tubs. Just have one sink here in all the standard rooms, unlike the suites, and the towels and everything. So it's just a very nice kind of cozy environment here, but definitely very dim, but it does definitely feel like I'm in the ocean. Now we do just have the one sink in all the standard rooms, unlike the suites, but it's a nice sink and everything, but definitely you can't have multiple people getting ready in here at the same time. Towels, tissue box, but I definitely do feel like I'm in the ocean in here with all these blue walls. And then of course a floor to ceiling mirror here, but it is a little dim. I wish it could be a little bit brighter. So if you maybe use skincare or special products on your face, it may be a little bit hard to get ready in here just because it's not super well lit. All right, so tip, if you want to adjust the lighting in the bathroom, it actually is adjustable. But on these controls, you have to press and hold. So I'm pressing and holding the mirror button. And as you hold it, it actually does get brighter. So I'm actually very surprised. But if you don't know that, you're not going to know. But this can actually give you a lot more light to get ready in the morning, which is excellent. And then you can also hold this button for the lights. And now all the other lights are dimming in the whole bathroom. I'll dim the mirror so you can kind of tell. And then I'll press and hold this again. And now the whole bathroom is getting a little bit lighter. Now it's max brightness. So you can actually control, which is absolutely fantastic, because if you're getting ready in the morning, that can be a big problem, not having a lot of light in the bathroom. But there we go, full brightness. Now here we are into the room. So this is what a standard room looks like. For 36 to 40 square meters, it's on the smaller side for a luxury property, but it still is decent. Both the king room and this one are about the same size. This one, of course, has the 2 double beds. They do allow the occupancy to sleep up to 4. So a lot of hotels are very picky about just having 2 people in a room. This one, you can book it for 4. So if you book this room with the 2 beds, you can sleep a family in here. It just will be very, very tight. So I definitely would recommend getting 2 rooms. But basically the main differences between the standard rooms that have the 2 beds and 1 king bed. Here we have 1 oblong table here with the 2 seats. This is like the work desk where you can sit down and do work. The rooms with the king bed have this same table and 1 chair. They're missing one of these chairs, but they do have like a longer like sofa looking couch thing over here by the window, which is unique. Now most of the rooms have true floor to ceiling windows. This one just quite does not because of this thing right here, part of the architecture of the building. By the way, one of the coolest architecture looking buildings I've ever seen. Absolutely incredible. But we have an amazing view here. This is the best view you can get, which is looking out into Darling Harbour. And we can kind of see, we can't see the Opera House from here or the bridge that's way around the corner, but we can see kind of the Crown Towers here, that new hotel, and a lot of the yachts and boats. So it still is an excellent view because you've got the water. Now we do have the sharks on the beds again, which are super cool. And we have the lighting fixture over here and one over here. But really unique designs. I do like the lighting fixtures. They're very unique. I also love how there's no flat walls on this side of the room. It's this really cool material. It's not like a soft material, it's like a hard material. But I love the lighting and I love how it like is indented. This is a true amazing back headboard here, which I talk about going all the way to the ceiling. Incredible. You also have the reading lights. You have different material here with switches, and then it comes out here. And I love how you have the different also lighting in the ceiling. That is incredible. The only thing is, everything from here on is amazing, but when you get to this wall over here, it's completely flat. I think they just ran out of money when they got to this half of the room, but what they should have done is continued this incredible texturing on this whole wall here. It's just very flat, like you have this whole wall here, nothing on it, nothing here, and nothing here. So if I'm like in a bed looking this way, this is a beautiful view, but the problem is when you're in bed looking this way, it's not that great. It's just literally a flat wall. I wish I was facing this way because like this is a beautiful like almost art piece with the texturing and the layering and the backboard. But on this side, it's very sad. I mean, there's nothing even over here, and that's in all the standard rooms. So I'm very disappointed by that. Now I will say I love the lights. These are very unique lighting. Everything is touchpad controlled. A lot of people have left bad reviews because of how complicated the lighting is. It is a little bit different, but it's not that complicated. You basically just press the button and you have to wait a couple seconds and then it will like do something, but you can't like, so there's the master all off. And then once you press it, you do have to like wait a minute. And I don't think it's doing anything. So I see the frustration from people, but it's like flashing. It says master off, but did they turn off? No. Now let's try something else. Blinds. It's flashing. Did anything happen with the blinds? This one, the button doesn't even work to turn this one on. So definitely, they can definitely improve a lot with the lighting. And now it's like a lot dimmer. So I'm not even sure how to get the lights all back up. I might have to go to the master switch over there. So this definitely is an area of improvement, but they have night light, and then they have the blind button. Now this side, if I press the blind button, that works. And I will give them points because they have automatic blinds. Okay, so to get everything on and bright, you have to go to the front of the room and press the welcome button. Normally these day buttons should work, but as you can see, the lighting, it is just complicated. Anyway, so definitely an area for improvement, but it can get a little frustrating if you want a light on and it's just not going on. Now we do have a mini bar. Every room has one of these. It's a very unique looking mini bar. It says always open here. And like this light is not on. Okay, so here's the mini bar. I don't know how this light goes on or off. I had to press literally on the power button back here to turn it on, but I love this light. Again, they need to fix the lightings in these rooms, make it a little bit simpler. But you have a lot of drinks, alcoholic drinks. These are the free drinks, which are included, which is the boxed waters, which are nice. An espresso machine in every room, even the basic room. So that is great. So they have a few things, automatic curtains, Nespresso machines, things I look for. I love the ceiling, how it has the lighting. And then we do have little things for purchase. You can get a hat that says W Sydney, some socks, then everything else. Chips for purchase. Now the teas are nice. The teas are complimentary. They're actually from, it says Australian made. So that's very nice. You have a hot water maker down here. So you can just put water in here, heat it up, and then like make teas. You have little teacups down below, and then you do have other food for purchase on that side, as well as a mini fridge down below here that has a lot of drinks inside for purchase. You can't put your own drinks in there. Now the closet is very unique. There's no door on the closet, but I'll press this button and turn on the light here. It looks like a special flower from Australia, but we have a safe in here. We have an ironing board here with a really cool pattern on it, the same pattern as this, with an iron, one luggage rack. It's all red in here, so very unique design, and one more robe. We have a tote bag for purchase, and then here's the slippers. Slippers I do approve of. They're actually pretty thick, not like the most thick I've ever seen, but I definitely approve of the slippers. So that's great that they're in the standard rooms already. The robes are in, the slippers are in, so definitely a lot of good things, but definitely a lot of areas for improvement. So overall, the suites are definitely out of this world. The basic rooms are still pretty premium, so if you do get a standard room like this with no suite, it's still nice. Just the things they got to work out is definitely the lighting and little minor things, but otherwise still a beautiful room. It's very comfortable, very cozy, so modern, so clean. It's absolutely incredible view as well. The city views are good too. So I'm actually very impressed. It has met my expectations service-wise so far. People have actually been friendly. So definitely excited now to check out the rest of the hotel. There's a lot to see. Let's go. Welcome to the W Hotel Sydney, Australia, one of the newest W hotels in the world, a part of the Marriott Bonvoy program. It's located in Darling Harbour and wedged between two expressways. This property is located in the Ribbon Complex, which was $1 billion project. It's an architectural marvel in the Sydney skyline that was first embarked on as a project in 2016. 2 years later after that, Marriott announced that it would be a W opening by 2020. Now, there were problems getting it opening because it was stalled by the collapse of two of the builders, as well as the pandemic. However, the hotel did finally open. It finally opened in October of 2023 and is definitely taking its place as one of the most luxurious hotels in the city. Now, the only thing that for me kept it feeling a little bit too luxurious is just that it has 588 rooms, which to me is just a lot for a luxury hotel, so it can be very crowded. But it's in a great spot within walking distance. You can walk around here. Now, it's not near the Sydney Opera House. It's a little bit farther away, so it's not in as of great location compared to like the Park Hyatt Sydney or like the Pier 1 that I reviewed. Upon arrival, you're greeted by a giant glowing red W inspired by the Australian Waratah flower. Now you have different options to get up, whether it's the blue walkway or you can take the elevator up to check-in. The entrance leads to a dramatically illuminated blue staircase and an escalator framed in reflective honeycombed copper referencing the Sydney's railway tunnels. The hotel's design was done by a London-based studio who crafted all the hotel's interiors. The design draws inspiration from the city and its surroundings. All the staff we encountered were very friendly. The only thing was sometimes there can be a bit of a queue to check in here or to get help. I think the property is a little bit understaffed for having so many rooms. Several other luxury hotels I stay at, there's always someone to help you no matter how many rooms there are. So I feel like they need to hire more staff quick. Now this is the living room. This is right next to where you check in. It is an Asian fusion kind of light bite restaurant where you can sit down, have some light food. They also have a very beautiful bar with great views. So this is right in the lobby area, so it's nice you have just kind of a seating area so you could even sit down while the rest of your family is checking in, or if you need to store your bags and you're just hanging out at the hotel, you can definitely relax here for a little bit. Now from there you can actually take the elevators up to the guest rooms on this side. It depends what side of the hotel your room is on. This is the one side, and our room was actually on the other side, just past those other blue escalators there. But now here's the check-in area, just some standard check-in desks, but as you can see, here's like the queue that can get quite long at times. Check-in was great. They did offer welcome drinks of alcoholic or non-alcoholic options, which was great. Here's the amenity guide. You can pause then and kind of look at all the different amenities the property does offer, from what times the pools are open to, the restaurants. It's all on there, which is nice. You have that paper that you can reference. Now this is heading from the lobby up to the other side, which is kind of the main elevator bay, which is where our room was located. All the hallways and rooms reflect the hotel's commitment to bold and innovative design. From this beautiful kind of constellation star ceiling, the hallways were just really cool. I loved the hallways. They spared no expense on those. Now the rooms, while they do have a lot, 588, I want to show you this is just what a standard room looks like here with the 2 beds. This is, though, a better view. So the other side does not have as good of a view as this. This is the best view you're going to want. But as I mentioned, while basically half the room is nice, the other half that just kind of has the flat wall was just a disappointment. The bathrooms also were very cool, how they were all blue. I just wish that they were a little bit better lit. They also do need to greatly improve the lighting in the rooms. Now this was a unique feature. They actually have a pillow menu. If you scan that QR code, you can actually order different pillows to your room. The Wow Suite here is truly spectacular, one of their best views. This was one of the main reasons I wanted to stay here, was just for the opportunity that getting the suite was something that was even possible. It wasn't guaranteed until 5 days before we arrived. They did approve one of the nightly upgrade awards, which before were called Suite Night Awards, which guaranteed this room for one of our nights, which was fantastic. They only have 4 of these, so they're actually very hard to get, and they usually get denied. So the fact I even got this room for one night was just spectacular. But the night views also from this room are just beautiful, breathtaking views. The things that can definitely be improved is like things like turn down service requests sometimes were not delivered upon. So it just kind of goes back to staffing. I think they definitely need more. Now this is the BTWN main restaurant. I believe it's open not only for breakfast but also for dinner, but this is where the breakfast buffet is. It's a large buffet and it's rooms of food, but it's gorgeous. Now it's sitting kind of right on the expressway. So while you're eating your meal or kind of at one of the tables, you can look over and kind of see the cars going by. So they actually did a lot of the lights in the ceiling and the design kind of like to resemble like street lights, kind of like you're driving, you can kind of see those lines. So it's a kind of a unique design, but it definitely was a great experience. The service was good, and they allowed you for breakfast to order as many drinks as you wanted, along with you could order things off that menu, as well as the different buffet options from pastries to eggs, even an ice cream station, dessert station, all different kinds of food. Because the hotel has so many guest rooms, the buffet can get pretty crowded, especially if you wait till later in the morning to have breakfast. So I do recommend getting down there as early as you can. Otherwise, there may be even a little bit of a wait to get a table. But it is spectacular. If you're Marriott Platinum, Titanium, or Ambassador, you do get 2 complimentary breakfasts per day, and you can select that as one of your welcome gift choices. Now here we are. This is heading to the pool. It's located on the highest floor of the building, which is floor 29. And up here, you not only have the pool, but connected to it is what they call the rooftop bar. It doesn't have like an open air setting, but it is gorgeously designed. It's, I think, open in the evening and night, but it does offer amazing views, and the design is just spectacular. It also has one of the most unique restrooms. It's unisex, so everyone can go in there. Everyone gets their own stall, but it offers incredible views. Now, from this bar area, it goes up this spiral staircase to another level. Now it's not quite open yet. I just went up there to take a quick look, but they're still going to be using this space, but it actually looks over at the pool with incredible views. So I'm not sure what they're going to be doing up there, but it does look like an incredible space when they get it open. Now here is the main attraction. If you're coming to this hotel, you've probably seen these photos. This is the Infinity Edge wet deck pool. It is gorgeous. It offers incredible views. I recommend going right away in the morning when they open. That's when I got these great videos when no one was there, because it's just the best time. You have the place to yourself, and it's just a gorgeous masterpiece. Now above you, that is open air, so it is not sealed off. So when it rains, the rain does come in. Sometimes they'll close it. That also represents a jellyfish in the bottom of the pool made with those really cool tiles. And then at night, all the lights come on. My only problem is after about a certain time, they close the pool because they use the pool area to have food. It's like at venues. You can order drinks and you can get appetizers and food, but no one can go inside the pool. So that was very disappointing. This pool is actually open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So at 6 p.m. it's literally closed, but a lot of people would like to swim in the evening with the really cool lights and how beautiful it is, but you can't. They do have another pool on property that is open much later. However, it's not special because it doesn't have that great of views. So the only time you get to use this pool is during the daylight hours before the sun sets, because after the sun sets at 6 p.m., even before, they completely close it. But this is what it looks like at night, just gorgeous, but no one's allowed to go in the pool, which was just disappointing. We did get seats here in the corner. It was a little awkward, but after looking at the menu, it just didn't feel worth it to us. I wish they would just leave the pool open, that you could use it even at nighttime. Now here's just the regular pool located on the 22nd floor. It is open 24 hours. However, it's just not as special as the rooftop wet deck. Now this is heading into the spa. The spa is gorgeous. They have really nice treatment rooms, but the best part is if you're a guest here, there are some complimentaries you get access to. You can reserve a spot for 45 minutes. You get access to not only a steam room, but also a sauna and experience showers. Now this is heading into the spa. If you get access to this, it is complimentary. You basically walk here, and then here's your relaxation area, which is included for guests. So you can basically sit down in one of these nice chairs. If you make a reservation, here's the experience shower. You can enjoy those. Here's the sauna, and then they also, like I mentioned, have the steam room too. So you can use all those things for up to 45 minutes, I think, per day. You just have to make the reservation. That's free. Now any treatments you would want would be extra charge, but we did this several times. It was so nice, so relaxing. So I definitely recommend doing this if you're staying here to get your money's worth. The fitness center is very spacious. I love the ceiling with the cool lighting. It definitely has enough equipment for all the rooms. However, it doesn't really have that great of views, which is a little bit disappointing. So many fitness centers I'm going to today, these luxury hotels, they have the most incredible views of the city, but this one they kind of like built in the dungeon. So I wish that that was improved. Now, there's the hotel. It also has an IMAX theater under it, so you can actually go down there and watch a movie if you want to, and then just walking around the hotel, you have all kinds of different eateries. So if you don't want to eat at the hotel, you can actually here. We ate here at Betty's Burgers, just right nearby the hotel, just a couple minute walk away. And then you can walk more down into the city here, and there's a lot of attractions and things to do. Okay, now for the review of the W Sydney, Australia. So I'm going to go right into it. We're going to start with the room. The room I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5. Now, if we always got this room, I'd probably give it more a 5 out of 5. It's a little bit easier to use and more spacious, but the standard rooms, they are pretty small. The beds are also pretty firm. At nighttime, it's also hard to get the room completely dark. There's a lot of little lights from all the different outlets that you have to like press and turn off. There's a little light coming in underneath the curtains, so it's not quite as comfortable, as well as the lighting in the room is very hard to figure out and understand. You have to push it again, press and hold. One whole panel didn't even work. So definitely the rooms, I think they went a little bit too modern when it came to the lighting panels, but they're just a little bit uncomfortable because of that, as well as the darkness at night. So a few things, I just could not give it a perfect score on the room. Next up is going to be inspiration. How inspired was I by this hotel? I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5, mostly because of the architecture of this building. This is a marvel. There's really nothing else like it in the world. The architecture, I still am in amazement how they even built this structure, as well as the pool on the 29th floor, just how modern and cool that is. The breakfast restaurant is just so beautiful as well. Floor to ceiling windows, the rooms, decor are really nice. So definitely very high on inspiration. Next up is going to be service. Service here is going to get a 4 out of 5. Now, normally at luxury hotels, especially outside the US, normally they get a 5 out of 5, but here I think it's just because they have too many rooms and not enough staff. They have 588 rooms, which is a lot, and I definitely think they need more staff. A lot of times you will see a queue to check in. I don't think it takes longer than maybe 15 minutes max to wait, but that's still definitely something they could improve. Also, we requested like a blanket last night. It never arrived. Sometimes when you call the phone, it rings and rings and rings. A few times someone has answered right away. Breakfast service, it's just a little different. One morning it was excellent, the other morning it was just okay. So definitely service areas, there's a few things. Next up is going to be Value, would I return? That's going to get a 5 out of 5. If I'm back in Sydney, I definitely will want to stay here again. There is just something special about this hotel because there's nothing else like it, especially, and I'm basing that on getting this view here with the river. The city view is also still nice, but definitely if I can get, like, even if it's a smaller suite in this view, it's definitely a hotel I'm going to want to come back to. Now for the pricing is going to be about $250 US to about $350 US per night. It can fluctuate a little bit. Points redemption is, I think, pretty high, like 50, 60,000 points a night. So I definitely recommend using cash if you're looking to stay here. But otherwise, very incredible hotel. The service definitely has areas for improvement, but the hard product is just beautiful inside. The lighting does take a little bit getting used to in the rooms. That's definitely something that they can improve upon. But overall, still an incredible hotel. I'm very happy I decided to stay here, at least for 2 quick nights. And I'm so happy we did get this wow suite for one of the nights. So I'm excited to see you in my next review. You won't want to miss it because it could be a perfect score. Let's go on to the next hotel.